Morning, friends. It's Katie Steinberg here, and I am not at the beach. We have reached my threshold for what is acceptable to be outside as a Floridian, which is 40 and windy. So I'm just not doing it. But I did want to visit with you all this morning this is my little prayer space where I come in the morning and do my reading and my journaling and drink my coffee. So it's nice to be in this space with you too, with all of my books and my prayers and things. So welcome. And today I was thinking about, this week, what is it that we are clutching and grasping, and what does it look like to release? And part of the reason I'm thinking about this is that last night I participated in a little event with some friends where we did some yoga, and we wrote down some of the things that we wanted to receive and some of the things we wanted to release. And we burned them and had some soup and some conversation and some laughter, and it was really lovely. And it has me thinking about, how this overlaps with the spiritual journey. And of course, always looking towards my guru, Jesus, who seemed to have such a keen sense of the grasping and releasing, and a keen sense of when he needed to go away, take some air, take some space, take some breath, because I believe that's the places where you get the clarity about what you hold on to and what you let go of. And there's just so many things that we grasp at because they bring us sort of a false sense of comfort, an illusion of control. If I can just steer this last little bit, whether it's vocationally, whether it's the kids, whether it's the relationship, whatever the pieces in your life that are just giving you that white knuckle grip feeling. They're giving you that sense that I have to hold on to this or no one else will. And what it looks like to start to peel our fingers away from that. Because what I know from my own experience is that as you do so, even if you take it in a really literal physical way, if you peel your fingers off of something you've been clutching, they hurt. And they're kind of stuck in that same sort of clawed position initially until you kind of work them out a little bit, And I think that's true for us spiritually as well. There's things we've been clutching at, even if they're no longer useful. It's hard to let them go. And in Jesus' life and stories, he was often pushing back against religious practices or civic practices and laws and things that were oppressive and exclusive and were not representative of the unconditional love of God. That seems good, right? Easy. I don't know if you remember the story, but they kill him for it. It makes us that uncomfortable to release our white knuckle grip. And it's just hard. So maybe you're finding some things that you wish you could release, stop worrying about, stop being anxious about, something that you know is beyond your control. You might be able to identify it based on where you're feeling resentment. That's always a good indicator for me. If I'm resenting something, it's probably because I'm trying to control something that's not mine to control. Or I'm gripping and clutching at something that's not mine to do. And it's incredibly difficult to not. Both from a physiological standpoint, we literally have grooves in our brain from the ways we've always done things. We're not hardwired for change. And figuratively, spiritually. Letting go of stuff is hard. It's a dramatic act of faith to release something that has felt important to you, to release something that has felt like that white knuckle grip. So I just want to encourage you that if you're finding the things that you feel as if you're clutching at, that are creating anxiety, that are creating resentment, but that feel too important to let go of, maybe just for a few moments at a time, I invite you to turn those things over to God, Spirit, your higher power, however you think of the great love that created everything, and trust it with them. maybe just for a little while at first. And then maybe you're able to trust it a little longer. And slowly maybe we start to release and unfurl those fingers, work them out a little bit, and let go of that white knuckle grip on the things that we actually cannot change anyway. My hope and my prayer is that we're able to do that, you and I both, in fits and spurts maybe, but that as we do so, we find that it grows our peace, that it grows our serenity, that it grows our ability to love others well, because it'll make space. If we're no longer grasping at all the things we can't really control, how much time, energy, and love will we have to give? May it be so, friends, and may you have a warm and safe Sunday. Grace and peace.